if you talked about kind of advanced booking, and I'm curious, like, because I think if I recall correctly, like during Leadership Music, there's a panel around kind of that correlation between like tickets going on sale and like lead time before the event, and you guys kind of had that down to a science, where it was like you could make that correlation of by adding additional months, we would see additional sales.
Right.
What can you talk about that a little bit more?
I think it's mostly based on like hitting back on that. It's a top tier experience, and there's a lot of money to be invested in it. So I think the real main factor there that's driving it is the further we can have a guest commit, the longer they have to pay for it. Because we do have payment plans. There's different tiers that you can purchase. And I think that's really what's driving that. And then we also see the brunt of our sales are within the first 1 to 2 months of announcing an event, as opposed to, even though we're a year in advance, things typically taper off after the first 2 months of announce. And I would say typically we're trying to sell out an event in the first 1 to 3 weeks.
And you guys typically do, right? I mean, it's usually, sells out relatively quickly, right?
Knock on wood. We've had a really good run post-pandemic, but I'll be honest and say that we had a lot of home runs, but they're not all home runs.
Sure. So have you noticed it sounds like you've noticed kind of a significant difference from pre and post-pandemic? Yeah,
well, I mean, we had plenty of sellouts pre-pandemic as well, but I would say that just people being hungry for experiences and kind of, I think the whole industry, whether it's on a cruise ship or a resort or if it's just a typical land festival, I think they're all becoming a little bit more intimate, a little bit more, we're seeing that even in digital experiences. So everybody's looking for that sort of close touch sort of moment, and looking for a festival to have a brand and an attitude as well. So I think we've struck really well on that post-pandemic in finding the fans that our events resonate with.